program, I would like to welcome County Board Supervisor John Poole to the podium to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the Star Spangled Banner performed by Ben Woods.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free in the home of the brave?
Wow. Thank you so much, Ben. And thank you, Supervisor Poole. And thank you for everybody joining us today. First off, I have a long list of introductions of people that I'd like to share that are joining us. Supreme Court Justice Rebecca Dallet. Court of Appeals Judge Mark Gundrum. District 2 Chief Judge Wynn Laufenberg. Our Kenosha County Circuit Court Judges Judge Jared DeVillo, Judge Angie Gabrielle, Judge Heather Iverson, Judge Chad Kerkman, Judge Tony Meyer, Judge Anthony Milosauskas, Judge Jason Roselle, and Judge David Whittle. And retired judges Mary Kay Wagner and Barbara Zuka. Members of our legislative delegation, Senators Bob Wirch and Steve Noss. State Representatives Ben DeSchmidt, Tip McGuire, and Amanda Nowesky. Our constitutional officers, Clerk of Courts Rebecca Mataska-Bentag, Sheriff David Zorner, District Attorney Xavier Solis, County Clerk Reggie Wallagora, Treasurer Terry Jacobson, and Register of Deeds Jennifer Mack. Chairman Monica Yuhas and Vice Chair Daniel Gashley, and members of the County Board. And two of my predecessors, John Collins and Jim Cruiser. John and Jim, I'd like you to stand and please give them a huge round of applause for their decades of service to Kenosha County. to all the current and past courthouse staff, thank you as well for being here. Please give an acknowledgement if you're a courthouse staff member. Many thanks to Chris Allen and the Kenosha History Center for their assistance, and to all the members of the Courthouse Centennial Committee that worked together to put this celebration together. And I want to give a shout out to Joan Wilk for the idea of bringing the marching band off the trolley. And so many others are here to celebrate with us today. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the City of Kenosha for their support of this event, our Parks and Facilities staff for their efforts, and to my staff, Jill Roselle, Stacy Ramon, and my communications manager, Joe Patente, for pulling this all together for us. I'd also like to give a special acknowledgement to the members of the Lindell family who have traveled from across the country. Their grandfather and great-grandfather, Joseph Lindell, was the architect who designed this magnificent building in 1925. And they're here to celebrate this living legacy. So thank you to the Lindell family. Erected by the people of Kenosha County to the cause of just and capable government. That's the statement that was etched in the limestone across the top of this building 100 years ago. And it's a mission that remains firmly intact today. Generations of people have passed through this building halls to fill their civic duties, to seek justice, and to witness democracy in action. This courthouse has seen its share of difficult moments, trying times, but it has also seen its times of great joy, from wedding ceremonies to adoption proceedings and oaths of citizenship taken. While some of our county functions now reside elsewhere, this building is the seat of county government, standing proud in Civic Center Square. This courthouse, a building that has stood the test of time, and will continue to do so as it enters its second century of service to the community. We're fortunate that our civic leaders had the foresight 100 years ago to make the investment in this grand structure that was built to last. Over the years, the building has seen some changes to meet the needs of the day, but its essence has endured. Its beauty has endured. The community built this courthouse, and they built it well. And in recent years, we built it stronger to last another 100 years. Improvements we're making today, notably the restoration of the ceremonial courtroom, the building upon its century-long legacy. This courthouse was erected by the people of Kenosha County for the cause of just and capable government. It stands proud, serving as a home to work towards that mission 100 years later. Thank you, and God bless. And now it's my honor to introduce Supreme Court Justice Rebecca Frank Dallet.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Kenosha. It is always a pleasure to be here with you, and I am especially honored to be here with you for this remarkable occasion. A century ago, county leaders and community members gathered on these very steps to celebrate a vision of justice and democracy. They dedicated a courthouse that was not only meant to serve the needs of that generation, but that they hoped would endure as a symbol of fairness and civic responsibility. Today, as we stand in their footsteps, we see clearly that this vision holds true. This building represents more than just brick and stone. It is a place where neighbors serve on juries, where disputes are resolved peacefully, and where citizens can see their government in action. Today, I want to reflect not only on the history of of this courthouse, but on what it symbolizes about the role of the courts in our democracy. We live in a country where power is deliberately divided. Our Constitution created three separate branches of government: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Each has its role, and each must respect the boundaries of the others. That separation of powers is not an abstract idea. It is what keeps us free. It ensures that no single person or political party can consolidate unchecked authority. The judiciary's role in this structure is unique. We do not command armies. We do not control the money. What we have is our independence. Our responsibility is to apply the law and uphold the Constitution, even when the issues are difficult, even when the decisions are unpopular. Independence is the lifeblood of the courts. Judges must decide cases not based on political pressure, not based on which side is more powerful, but based on the law and the facts that are before us. When we uphold that responsibility, we preserve the trust of the people who come before our courts. That trust, it isn't presumed. It is built, case by case, decision by decision, interaction by interaction. Every time a juror steps into the box, every time a litigant comes before a judge, every time a citizen walks these halls, they should leave with the sense that they were heard, treated fairly, and judged according to the law, not politics, not popularity, and not prejudice. In my years on the bench, I have seen how important that trust is, and I want to emphasize something often overlooked. Wisconsin courts are not partisan battlegrounds. The Supreme Court, the Court of Appeals, and circuit courts, like those here in Kenosha, share a common purpose: to apply the law faithfully and to ensure that justice is accessible to everyone. We may disagree at times, but we share a commitment to civility and to the role of the judiciary as a nonpartisan branch of government. This commitment is especially important in times of division. Our nation has seen periods of deep polarization before. Kenosha County has witnessed moments of challenge and change. Through it all, the courthouse has been constant. It has remained a place where disputes are settled through law and reason, not force, and that is a legacy worth celebrating. I want to acknowledge the generations of judges, clerks, court staff, and community members who have given life to this courthouse. Their work, often unseen, is what makes justice possible. From the clerk's office to the courtroom, from jurors to lawyers, everyone plays a part in ensuring that justice here is a lived reality for the people of Kenosha County. As we look to the future, let us carry forward the lessons of the past 100 years. The strength of our courts lies in their independence, their unity, and their service to all people without fear or favor. Our duty is to preserve not just the physical building, but the ideals it represents. So on this centennial, we rededicate ourselves to that mission, to preserve the courts as an independent branch of government, unified, nonpartisan, and committed to justice for all. And 100 years from now, when another generation gathers on these steps, may they celebrate not only a courthouse that has endured, but a judiciary that has remained faithful to the Constitution, to the law, and to the people it serves. Thank you.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce a group of musicians from the Kenosha Pops concert who will perform the Thunder March. wonderful. I would be remiss. I missed retired Judge Baker, 94 years young. So thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry. And I know Judge Taylor is out there from Dane County as well. So I apologize for any of the dignitaries that I missed. Now I'd like to call up County Board Chairman Monica Yuhas to give her remarks.
Good afternoon, friends, neighbors, and colleagues. It's so nice to see so many people that I know out here today to celebrate this momentous occasion. As chairman of the county board, and as someone who spent her entire lifetime right here in this community, it's truly a privilege to be with you today to celebrate 100 years of Kenosha County Courthouse. This building is more than just a place where cases are heard, or tried, or documents are signed. For a century, it has been part of the rhythm of our daily lives, through joyful moments like weddings and citizenship ceremonies, and through difficult ones like trials and losses. It's a place where people come not just to seek justice, but to be seen and heard. Personally, I can't help but think about all the people, some whose names we know and many we don't, who walk these halls before us. Public servants, judges, county board members, community advocates, and everyday citizens who believed in the promise of what this courthouse represents: fairness, accountability, and the idea that every person has a voice in their government. That voice is what guides us on the county board. It's our job to listen, to serve the people who live here, who raise families here, and chose to build their futures here. This courthouse has always stood as a reminder of the responsibility we carry and the trust you have placed in us. Of course, this building itself is a work of art, a monument to craftsmanship, history, and civic pride. It's truly a legacy. Its legacy lies in what it stands for: a century of community, civic engagement, and process. To all of those who serve here, judges, clerks, attorneys, commissioners, and public servants, thank you for your dedication. To our residents, thank you for entrusting us. As we look to the future, whether it's addressing new challenges, investing in infrastructure, or finding better ways to serve, we count on this courthouse to remain a place where we can come together, where decisions can be made that affect real lives, and where our shared values endure. So today I want to thank you, not just for being here, but for being part of Kenosha County's story. Let's honor the past by building a future that lives up to everything this courthouse has come to represent for the past 100 years. Here's to the next century of service, of justice, and of the community. Thank you, and happy Centennial.
Thank you, Monica. Next, I'd like to call up retired Judge Mary Kay Wagner, former legislator from the 66th, and a good friend of mine, to give a few remarks.
County Executive Kerkman, Chairperson Yuhas, Judge Kerkman, Justice Dallet, distinguished guests, county and state officials, ladies and gents, boys and girls particularly, I hope you're all getting some ice cream. Our county exec worked very hard to see that we had such an ageless delight for a special day like this. So thank you, Samantha, for arranging that treat and for making this grand day happen. Good afternoon, and so glad each of you are here for this 100-year celebration of this beautiful building. The commemoration I express today is to each of the people who built this structure and those who have worked and served inside these doors since the day it opened. To the profession of attorneys and elected officials, to those who came to seek justice for themselves or their families, and especially to the hundreds and probably thousands of staff that ably and cheerfully served the people who came for their own reasons. Each day, those employees walked up these stairs to perform their part of the delivery of justice to all. No matter the task, from the smallest or the most mundane to the noble and widely acclaimed, those good people of this county made the wheels of justice move every day and in every way. Those people and those that continue today to work in this building are the crowning glory of this building, created exactly for that purpose and as a tribute to our glorious Constitution. So as we admire the structure, it would be little without the living, breathing dedication of the people who filled this space. My thanks to each of them, and may they know how important they are to the justice then and now. Now, I want you to be sure that if you ever worked in this building, now or like me then, join us for the historic photo at 1:30. You are the inner workings of this treasured timepiece.
And now I have the pleasure of introducing our Kenosha County Chief Judge, Judge Kerkman.
Good afternoon, everyone. The courthouse is 100 years old, and I've been working in this building in one way or another for the past 28 years. So 28% of the time that this building has been around, I've been there. I've been working. I've been in the hallways. I've been in the courtrooms. It's been like a home to me. One of my favorite memories of this building is when I was a new judge. My young boys at the time would come in and visit me sometimes, and they would say their ABCs into the microphones in the courtroom. And now, we heard from the UW marching band today, and now yesterday I dropped off one boy at UW-Madison into his new home, and another one is going back tomorrow into the residence house. So times change and time flies. The building here and the court system is all about justice, integrity, and respect for everyone. And the design and the architectural details that are in this building, the paintings, the murals, the foyer, the ceremonial courtroom, are all consistent with that atmosphere. People come into this building for many reasons. Most of those reasons are for some sort of conflict. And the courthouse is a place to provide the resolution for that conflict. This building and its architectural design provides an excellent atmosphere for that resolution and justice. I am grateful to the county government officials in the early 1920s who had the foresight to design a building that would be standing 100 years later, and even much longer than that. I am grateful for all the folks who work in the courthouse, not just the judges, but the courthouse staff, the lawyers, the law enforcement, the social workers, the intake workers, the victim witness advocates, the maintenance staff, the bailiffs, the interpreters, the corporation counsel, the jurors. Many folks from our community come into this courthouse every day. It's a community gathering. And I am very grateful for the first responders who protected this building 5 years ago and who continue to protect this building. Thank you very much today for your attention.
All right, thank you, Judge. Now I will call up Chairman Yuhas and Clerk of Courts Rebecca Mataska-Megtek to do a ceremonial citation that will hang in the courthouse for years to come. was taken on these steps to include dignitaries of the day and the band, much like the one we have today. So please give us a moment while we recreate this photo, and then I will give my closing remarks.
Comments are ready. An open house inside the courthouse will begin in a moment, continuing on until 3:30. Inside on the first floor, you will find the commemorative ornaments and the reprint of the 1925 Courthouse Dedication Book, brought to us in partnership with Snap-on, that are available for sale. Current and former employees who have worked in the courthouse in any capacity over the years are invited to gather on the steps for a group photo at 1:30. Again, thank you to everybody for sticking around. The Pops band will be performing at 4 p.m. today. Thank you. Thank you so much for